This story's taken on worldwide proportions, not only in the U.S., but now in Europe as well. Carolyn Waugh is a media analyst from Influence Communications. So Carolyn, with respect to how much coverage the story is getting, it's about one of the biggest stories in the world right now, right?
Yeah, you're right. Today it was the third most covered story in the world, just behind the Egypt protest and the Boeing that crashed in San Francisco. So it doesn't happen often that a Quebec story receives as much coverage in the world. We were able to find articles in countries as far as New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, China.
So what does this mean? I just finished saying before we came on that, the people now in this town are being sort of inundated with media from everywhere.
Yeah.
And at some point, you sit around and look and you kind of figure these people shouldn't be here.
Well, since the last 18 months, it's the Quebec story that received the most coverage in the world. So it's the lac-mégantic tragedy received more coverage than the Luca Rocco Magnotta story and the student conflict. So I'm not surprised that people in lac-mégantic see media from everywhere, and they are not used to.
Yeah, not real happy about it either, as it turns out.
Okay.
What about social media? How does that come into play? What have you seen there?
Since Saturday, we were able to find more than 40,000 tweets around the world about lac-mégantic tragedy. Most of the tweets come from Quebec and the rest of Canada, but it's a lot. And lac-mégantic, the keyword lac-mégantic is, the trending. The trending topics on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Lac-mégantic is last week was the second most popular keyword in the trending topics on Twitter in Canada.
What about the actual? There's a lot of controversy now around this rail system or this company that owns the cars. That was running these cars.
Yeah.
Have you seen much in the way of their names being mentioned?
Well, not much. In fact, the company is really absent. When the story began, when the tragedy happened, Saturday, the media covered, the victims, the people who were affected. But right now, the media are looking for this company. They want to have answers from the president of this company, and they are absent. They don't have any public relations strategy, I don't know, and they published a press release yesterday in French, and it was really bad French. It's like that they wrote the press release in English and they put it on Google Translate.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of criticism in the media about the company right now.
What should they have done, do you think? Because we keep hearing this from people as well. You're not the first one to raise this idea of where's this company? They seem to be absent. But What should they have done? What should have been the first step?
Well, in this kind of situation, you need to make excuses, or you need to be comprehensive. I mean, to be. You cannot. They cannot say that it is their fault because there's there are so many. How do you say that? Enquête, inquiries right now.
Investigations. Yeah.
Yeah, investigations. So they cannot say everything, but they need to make excuses or to be more close to the population to understand their sadness right now and their why they are angry, but they are nowhere.
All right, Christine, thanks so much. Or Caroline, merci.
Merci.
I gave you a new name. Carolyn Waugh, media analyst at Influence Communications, looking at the public, publicity aspect of this. And yes, from as far away as Australia. This has been the third most covered topic on the day. And as far as social media goes, as you heard, trending now, right, at number 3. It's interesting to note, as she talked about the company, Montreal Main and Atlantic Railroad, who operate these rail cars, and the fact that they haven't been all that visible. I know Andrew Carter had a representative from the railway on with him this morning. But other than this statement that just came out, it's in the Montreal Gazette, suggesting that the chairman says that this train, the one that exploded, he is certain it had to have been tampered with. That's really all we've heard, and I find that kind of interesting and somewhat sad in a way. He's not addressing what's gone on in this town and the death and the destruction and the people who are missing, what he's saying is it's almost as if he's creating a sort of an excuse here for the fact that it's not the company's fault. Someone must have tampered with the train. Kind of early in this story to be doing that as opposed to any of the other stuff. Very, very surprised at that.